Hello, can you hear me? Hit 1 if you can hear me. New mic. Yay, cool. Yeah, got it earlier this week, last week, some week. So how about that day today?
So she's been having a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So she's
Whoops.
been having a lot of issues.
Okay, turn that down. I guess you could say my position from now on is I'm not anything. I'm done. I'm not going to say a damn word to anybody today. I'm just here to hang out because I'm just sort of stunned. So, hi, Cher. Thinking about things as I'm driving here. And I'm thinking, because yeah, it's a way I think about it. It's like, nobody needs to be taken out. I want people here to change their minds. I don't want them deleted. How's that? Okay, Professor. How you? Hi, Lady Victoria. Hi, KA. First thing I thought of this morning was old Tifa. Because unfortunately I saw the video. And my poor mods, I'm sorry guys, they had to hear me say something very graphic. Because from the video, I knew. I figured they were just waiting to maybe tell his mother or waiting for the idiot to get dressed or something. But yeah, pretending for 2 hours was just embarrassing. Yeah, I know, today's a crazy day. We have Poland. We have poor Kamala. She can't even do anything like on the right day.
I feel like that
We have school shooting, another one. We have, and then this. And the only thing that came to my head was, you know, there was a Russian archduke once. Maybe we'll have to put up with me because guess what? I might have a parking space. No, I should sit down. My leg hurts. But I have been so riled up. There's a spot on the 3rd floor that has a Jack and Jill bathroom between my office and Papa Cat's office. And I had him call me. See, I didn't care less. I had him call me because I didn't know what to do. I'm like, do I go on? Do I not go on? Because everybody who knows me here regularly knows I'm political. Even when I try not to be. And so I walked the circle from the hallway to the office, to the bathroom, to the office while I was talking to him. I feel like I haven't moved and I've already put 2,500 steps on my watch. So they think in rituals and patterns made sacred by repetition. They mistake process for insight and policy for truth, but the future does not come in the language they speak. It comes without warning. It does not ask permission, right? And anybody who is celebrating this, I want nothing to do with, period, because this is just wrong. So I'm going back to read. I said hi to Lady Victoria, right? Yes. End of. Okay, we will. We'll talk about. We'll talk. Yeah. Because it's like, hi, Clark. I read Glenn Beck's daughter was in the tent with him, and she's 19. His wife is supposedly there too. Yeah, that's weirdly enough. No, I didn't think it was a next to kin. I honestly thought it was for Orange Balloon. The one thing it has done is it has me stop making jokes about Orange Balloon being alive. That's not funny anymore. So there were people, because I was watching assorted things, and I'm at the side door because it's my sciatica. It's getting better, but it's still, I've got a cuff on and my cane and everything else. Oh God, yeah, I am just in a million freaking places right now, because I took my Ambien yesterday because the last thing I saw before I went to sleep is the drones over Poland, and know way too much about all this crap. So, oh yes, was watching somebody else, and they were talking about seeing the video, please don't go look it up. I mean, I'll just say it in the crassest way. It looks like grape jelly. That's how you know he's gone. So, and they were talking about seeing the wound, and then they started referencing games and movies, and I'm like, God, my God, guys, it's real life. Real life is a lot different than a Tarantino movie. And that's why I've said, don't go see it. Do not, it's circulating all over the place. It's 4 seconds that will stick in your head if you don't know real life. So, and you don't want to know this real life. Being able to see that means that you've seen too much real life. So, and not be just wounded by it. Beverly just came out and gave you a stare and a smirk, I'm sure. I know, especially considering it's like, no, I'm not here to even pay attention to them. I'm here to just hang out, do whatever. Was going to make a joke, save for another day. Okay, Professor. Yeah, this is just a hangout. I mean, I don't belong to any political party anymore. Like I said, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm done. You can say I belong to the done party. I have no problem calling out each side now. I really didn't before, but I just didn't see anything. Well, they started talking about it on that side, the D side. And it's like, you know what? It isn't about DR, it's about money. It's about corporations. I seen the real life video of the girl that got stabbed on the train here in North Carolina and Charlotte. Yeah. Real life is really messed up. The cop that my best friend's mom was when I was a teenager, she was a forensic cop too. She turned one of the closets into her dark room, and she said if we ever looked at any of those pictures, we'd be grounded for life. So we never did, because she was like, I know exactly where everything is. I know exactly the way. She is totally convinced that if we even breathed in that area, if we even touched the, because we're teenagers, she even had us convinced that if we touched the door to her dark room, that she'd know. So yeah, she was very adamant. No. I'm an independent who votes across party lines. I vote on merit history the way it should be. Yes, I'm going there too. What did you say, Dove? I saw that one too. No one bothered to help her that was inside the train. Yeah, I haven't seen the train one. Because it didn't come across my algorithm, honestly. The only reason I knew about Poland was because I hadn't done my little incline yet. I do my right in front of the couch incline for 30 minutes a day now. And I was like, oh crap. So I was about to go upstairs, and then I turned on the news, and first thing popped up, Poland. And I'm like, Poland, great. I'll look it up when I get home, if I remember. If Carrie Ann, the person that started to help her, came on the train when it stopped. Why wasn't anybody helping her? Okay, I'm going to protect my state of mind and head out for today's seal next time. Okay, Scooter, yeah. You're not, you're Canadian. Go. Big hug. Yes, take care. Have some cake. Eat some pastries. Have some sugar. I'm having pizza for dinner tonight. Pineapple and pepperoni with onions. Maybe even mushrooms. Does that sound completely wrong? Good. So yeah, because that's why the title is like Scientology isn't about you. I wanted to say humanity. It's about humanity. What? And the people celebrating it is just bizarre. It's like, dude, that could have been anybody. It just happens to be someone. Have your cake and eat it too. Actually, mine would be have my cake and cut it up and take it to some place where they would enjoy it too. They didn't have time. He was so fast on the train that no one had time to even think. Yeah, I have learned in situations like that, I do not freeze, unfortunately. I'm that person who runs out and takes care of things. So, always have been. But it's just, it's a joke until you see it, and then it's a joke until you see it in real life. No way. I wish there was a way to be able to let people see it, but not see it. Somebody said, you can see it's gone. It's like, yeah, because of where they hit. One of the ones I was seeing was like, they were talking about how long does it take to set up, and would people have seen him, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, if you're good, if you do it as normal, hell, I could do it if I practiced. And it would take long enough to pop it on a ledge and go. And they said it was 200 yards from the building. So he had more than enough time. Disappeared probably. The stabbing was very quick, Lady Victoria, but people did see her on the floor of the train and did nothing. Please leave me alone. Please, I don't want to get involved. Please, I'm scared. And after Poland last night, I'm getting together the Armageddon State. Gonna buy a generator that does solar and plug-in, not a gas-powered. Basically a power station. Papa Cat is beyond stunned about how expensive those things are. Getting solar panels for it, getting potted meat, maybe frozen bread. Well, learn how to make bread. I've never had to make bread, but the battery will run things. Yours is gas powered. A lot of people's are. When I went looking for it, because it was always the joke for computers. And today, when I had to go look for a real one, quote unquote, it was like everybody's talking. Consumer Reports is talking about gas powered generators, and I'm just like, we don't have things like that here. The people who have generators out here, it's like a joke, so you can run it if we have an earthquake. So just the whole concept, because you wonder, when you're over here, you wonder, how do people die when generators, carbon monoxide, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, because it's different. It's not, it's something people use on a regular basis, more or less, because of climate and everything else. I like my power station cold, but some like it hot. I know. The song has been going through my head ever since I found what to look up. So 800 Craftsman at Lowe's. I was going to ask, okay, does anybody do battery packs, and what do they do? Get Papa to make you a solar oven. I love mine. Use it all the time. Good practice. We are peppers here. We made a big mistake when we bought the condo. The condo faces in the same direction that the old condo faced, and which means that we don't get much direct sunlight. I'm the person who wanted 40-foot windows and wanted to live in the there are condos in Soma in San Francisco that are just all glass. I'm that chick. What do? I wind up getting someplace that doesn't get a lot of sunlight, which may come in handy now, unfortunately. Last night I told Papa Cat, I said, how long is it going to be before I don't want to be on the 3rd floor anymore? Power station needs women in white makeup pretending to play addicted to Yes, Clark. Check out D-Light's small solar power lights. Yeah. The jar of dry yeast it lasts a long time. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. So I've always had Survivor in the back of my mind because of Death Guild, Thunderdome, Burning Man. But also, when I was younger, we used to play survival games as teenagers. I like Sun Tea. Oh, I love Sun Tea. That was good for the backyard that I grew up in, on the deck there. My mother was always making Sun Tea. Clark, are you the real Robert Palmer? We have a small generator and one with battery packs for each of us. We have all of our batteries. I mean, we have the Beast. You can definitely run probably run the laptop. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start finding out what the day times are because I need to know now. So I call them the Beast. They were one of the Kickstarters. They're huge. I mean, they're really small, but they're like thick. And we call them the Beasts, and they're heavy. Let's see. Hi, Tony. Power outages, we already have solar. Yes. Well, that's also why I'm getting the solar adapters to them, because it's like we get sun in a certain spot. There are some power stations you can even hook up to solar panels on your roof, which we don't have, but I think one of the buildings in the commune might have them. So, hi, Bex. This is one of the things I love today, is that Becky didn't know who he was. It made me feel better, weirdly enough, because since Becky didn't know who he was, that means that a lot of people didn't know who he was. And that was good, because of course my brain just immediately went to the Archduke, because they're going to try to make him a martyr. We all know that. Your power went out 3 times in the last 2 weeks. So this was something of an advantage. I was glad. Because Bex is like out and about and, regular person. And she didn't know who he was. So good, because remember, I'm in child. I have my foot in the politic thing, and having somebody that didn't know comforted me in a really weird way. Oh, good, Professor. I hope you don't know who he is either. And in a weird way, it's like I texted the Broham, and he hasn't answered. So hopefully he doesn't know either. Well, the fact that it also happened while he was talking about gun violence, and the person they thought they found, he is not, the person who did it has not been caught. They thought they did, and they didn't. And unfortunately, a poor man's whole world has been exposed, and it wasn't him. So I know, I was also thinking about that. How do you do it? I came up with a weird idea of how to do it too for those Second Amendment freaks. Have people that qualify them. Hi everyone, sorry. Oh, I'm cleaning up work area and listening. Yes, she was working on something. I was watching her earlier. Becky. Now the conspiracy theorists about the ring on his finger. Oh God. Which, yes, would probably be scaring the crap out of me if I was a college student, because it's taking forever to get off campus. So, if they haven't found him yet, and, you know, it was supposedly on the top of a building, so he probably, and he left it there. Last time I heard that he left the rifle there, which even makes it worse. So, he could have just blended into the background, because nobody knows. I mean, you don't know. There isn't a stereotype anymore for anything. Good, Cricket. I'm glad. It helps. It really, really freaking helps. Because the last thing I'd heard him do, because the I Had It chicks had him up there, was that he was talking about Taylor Swift should be coming to our side, the Republicans, because she's getting married now. And now that she's married in 34, she won't be a crazy little cat lady anymore. She'll have babies and shut up. That's the type of guy he was. Still doesn't mean that anybody should have done that. Doesn't mean it by a long shot. They grab the wrong guy and make him walk with his pants down. What? Oh, God. Do you have a balcony and condo? Yes. We have 2. One on each floor. I've heard of him. Does that help? Yes, now that you don't know who he is. I mean, everybody will know who he is after today. But it helps to mean that people were not aware of him, and it was just the freaks like me and the ones who float around like, you know, who talk about it might be the ones aware of him. The one thing we have to, and unfortunately, he was a big thing with the Zebros too. So that's going to be the hard part, is that he was, oh God, yeah, and the video's out, and the pants down video is, oh God. You were very aware of him. Okay, I love that Taylor Swift. She's wicked smart. Yes. And that's why this was, God, yesterday, the day before maybe, he was doing a college tour. And that's also what sucks, is that he was under a tent that said, "Prove me wrong." It's like all the things that set up to have somebody sharpshoot his butt into the afterworld. And it's like, people, that's the point. And honestly, who knows if he was like that in real life? You know, it's like, it could have been just a facade, that's something he did to make money. You don't know. Could use gas generator, balcony for fridge and stove, and solar generator for electronics and lights. The ones I was we're looking at, they can do the whole house. They have a specific like thing called whole house generation. And it's like, I really don't care if it goes out. I'm going to try to keep things canned. The thing I most want is that the computers run, and if it's in the winter, then being able to make heat work. You know, we have one of the fake fireplaces that we got when our heater, the furnace went out, and it worked. It was the middle of the winter. We had to, so of course we had to wait a couple of days, and it worked for what we needed. And it's like, that's all I seem to need. I just need something that'll do that. Make coffee. You know, I don't expect my freezer to last. I'll be eating a lot of underwood if I have to. But yeah, it's like time to get the freezer cleaned out of things that there's nothing in there that's important. Lots of pizza rolls and TV dinners. Was he second a far right guy? Yeah. Not that it matters to me, but I know there's many crazies who could get triggered by it. Yes, he was a far right. Oh, he was a nasty little monster too. And he was one of those ones that just went out there and said, Zebros, you need to like teach your women how to, bow down to you and da 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 da. He was nasty. And the weird part was I used to get the impression that it was all fake because he was just overly nasty. Like the Taylor Swift one. She needs to come to our side, have babies and shut up. It's like, ugh. It just seems so extremely clickbaity. I'm reminded of when Yiannopoulos was to speak at Berkeley. Ooh, I don't remember that. Hi, good vibes. I'm on page 24. Another Andrew Tate. Yeah. Yeah, sort of. And the problem was that he had a wife and children. So he wasn't the medal-wearing misogynistic mofo. He was the MAGA, make your women bow down to you, let's work on with the 19th Amendment sort of thing. Yes. Yes, he is famous for saying the country needs a little pew-pew action if it preserves the Second Amendment. Yeah, that's also what he's known by, and he was talking about it when they got him. And unfortunately it's on video, so that reminds me of Jonestown, because you're gonna see it over and over and over and over again. So yeah, we're going to hell in a handbasket. It's time to get toilet paper and canned goods. Pretty much. That's the way I look at it right now, unfortunately. Maybe a little refrigerator. You can get a little refrigerator. You don't have to refrigerate greens and vegetables. So, how do you think people kept onions and potatoes for, winter? Stored them on the, in the basement. Our bottom floor is as cold as a basement, so. But to even having to think about things like that today is just so weird. You never think it's going to happen. Last night when I read about Poland, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was American. I'm too busy thinking about myself to even contemplate the fact that, something might happen like that. In Qatar, it's like, we don't have the only demented dictator in the world right now. Ours is just a little bit more outre than everybody else because he thinks it's a TV show. New York is on an upswing, okay? An owl of Minerva flies at dusk. Why am I getting a freezer? No, I'm getting a little refrigerator because I'm going to use it to power up my food when we start getting blackouts, because I'm getting a power station. Hold on. Oh, okay. Cricket sent me the a link. Now I know who you're talking about. Yes. I'm doomsday prepping. Yes, I'm Armageddon prepping. The joke about my Armageddon fund, which I checked because I think everybody should also have 1s and 5s hidden somewhere, because this I learned from the earthquake, from the first husband, because the first husband actually lived in San Francisco in the Haight District when the earthquake happened, and things went through the roof because, especially in San Francisco, everything closed down. So you couldn't get anywhere. You could only go down the peninsula if you were in San Francisco. So because one bridge collapsed, one bridge stopped working, the ferries stopped working. So he was telling me how everybody was cooking their food. Everybody was outside grilling everything that was in the refrigerator because he didn't know how long they'd be without power. Because, San Francisco went dark. And he said, but the one thing that was rough is that, some of the toilet paper went from $1 to 20. And this was 1989. People paid $8 a roll for toilet paper. And so ever since then, my joke was I need to keep 1s and 5s around the house as an Armageddon fund. And if you also think about it this way, think about Fight Club. At the end, when all the buildings come down, and it's like those credit cards won't mean doo-doo. So real money won't be the only thing. And that's the weird thing, is that the best thing to have is 1s and 5s. And you don't even have to have a ton because you don't know how long it's going to last. But power may not come back up. Papa Cat did ask me though, because I was telling him prices. It's like, are you getting a Tesla battery? It's like, no, of course not. I'm not getting a Tesla battery, even though they are good batteries. But there is a public waiting list of 2 years, I think. And I was telling Papa Cat too that I was looking at these things today because tomorrow they'll probably cost twice as much. So, and I'm so bummed that as a joke, I was going to get a fancy power station during Amazon deal days because there was one on sale for half off. And I was like, damn it, I should have done it. When asked to comment on possible blackouts, Dr. Peter Wolf commented, lights out, blast, blast, blast. Oh my God. So, yeah, today isn't a day to harass the people that I'm having my camera at today. Today is the day to come here, hang out. There's a big dog coming down here. It's a doodle. Hopefully somebody will let me pet the doodle. I didn't want to do it from home. That's why I talked to Papa Cat, because it's like, what do I do? I wanted to just disappear. I wanted to, just say today's on hold. But it's like, it wasn't about that. So let me see if I can pet. Excuse me. Can I pet your dog?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say hi, Kit.
Hi.
Kit.
Hi. Is your name Kit?
Yeah, it's Kit.
Hi. I'm doing a live stream, and my people want to see the puppies when I pet them, so I have to show the dogs. And I gotten really good. I don't show the owners at all.
Yeah. The dogs are the stars.
Yes,
anyways,
totally. So I love
She's
him.
a great person.
She is great.
Yeah.
Gotta love a doodle.
I know. No such thing as a stranger for doodles.
No, it's awesome. Oh yeah, they're
Pounds
great.
of fluff, you know?
Yeah, no, mine's like 62 pounds.
Wow.
No, she's 52 pounds. My other dog's bigger.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
Can you make them service dogs?
I mean, they do use
You
it for-
can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got sciatica. I know eventually I'm going to need one, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, they're not in style, and people are bringing them to rescues. Yeah, doodles. Unfortunately,
They're so popular.
that's the problem though. They're like huskies during the epidemic. Is that people don't know how to deal with them.
Yeah.
So
This one's pretty chill.
They're usually pretty. Yes, the ones I know are chill.
yeah,
Anyway, I know there's too many.
I know. I know you can, train dogs when they're older. I just wanted to know if these could handle it.
Yeah.
So, hi, you're so adorable.
Gosh.
I know.
Thanks for saying hi.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you. You too. See, I told you, I'm not in the mood to pick on anybody today. So that was someone talking that was walking in the door. So did you guys see the puppy? I hope you did. You're petting her vicariously through me. Yep. Yes, you can make doodle service dogs. Yes. Okay. Because I was seriously looking at turning a dog into a service dog because of the 3 floors and the sciatica once the boys are settled in. And, because it was really, 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 really bad. And I was reading that people are dropping off their doodles because they're not what they want them to be. Sort of like how people have dropped off huskies since COVID, because now that they're back at work, they're finding out that huskies are destroying their Louboutins. They're huskies, people. They're sled dogs. They're not meant to hang out in condos. He looks like mom's dog, really? So yeah, no, I want to train one to be a service dog and or go to hospitals. God knows we're going to have a lot of hospital action going on. And my cousin does what I call dog parkour. So she knows how to train. She has a dog that she does, was it the course training? I call it dog parkour. So she knows how to train. I'm sure she would help because she would love to. And once the boys, and like I said, Huskies still show up. 4 years later, 3 years later, there's still tons of Huskies out there. The phantom stranger appeared first, his face grave. This was foretold. He intoned. Man in his hubris thought he could bind the deep ones in contracts. ... I was also like, the thing was, I've had tons to think about for the past few days, and yesterday I stayed home because the mods recommended that I do not go out in slippery conditions because we all know nobody can drive when it first starts raining, because it had rained here Monday night and sort of drizzled yesterday. So I took what they had to heart because I should. My mods do know better, especially with me because I'm such a knee jerk. The Dr. Fate floated down next, scolding glyphs orbiting him like anxious satellites. They have traded on forbidden assets. Every transaction has a cost. And then, ever see obedience trials at a dog show? Yes. But only once. Me and Puppy Cat used to watch Westminster, but we also used to watch the American one, every year. And my mom being sick and COVID just screwed everything out. It did. It just totally disconnected us. That's why the girls are roommates and not pets. We're trying to make them pets. The boys are having a blast and the girls are putting up with it. Even Abby just growled and did not hiss or ears back or anything last night. Were there any beagles in obedience? There should have been. I mean, I wanted a beagle so bad when they did the huge beagle drop from the it's a pharmaceutical company or something. I love watching obedience and herding trials. You know what? That's what I should be watching. That's what we're going to be watching tonight. Because I've been going to cop videos, entitled Karen's blah, blah, blah. And then I have my ballet girls, which I don't touch unless I really want to be, perked up. And then the specter appeared, colder than winter, his voice an avalanche. The debt must be paid. Max Kearney paled. You mean, yes, Fate said grimly, the put call of Cthulhu. I know Cthulhu. Do you know Cthulhu? I have a little bitty Cthulhu on my desk with my main computer. Because, of course, all of my game playing friends were totally into Cthulhu. I called him Karuru. One night when I was drunk. And so then he became Karuru. Oh. Actually, don't I have a baby Karuru in a tub somebody painted? One's in the restroom. I think there's also a baby Karuru with a ship playing in a tub. Anyway. Professor, my beagle made it through 3 obedience classes, and then I was giving my money back and told there were no hope for him and told not to come back. Really? I'm so sorry. It can be said about any dog, honestly. Yeah, at this point today, it's just my presence. I'm not in the mood. They put Call of Cthulhu. That's some option. Clark, that's from what's his name? I like a Regal Beagle. Obedient school dropout. Yes. Oh my god. Now it's going through my head. Obedient school dropout. No graduation day for you. So wrong. So, like I said, I'm just not in the mood today. Just here hanging out, talking about things, cycling things through, because you know how things are. And here comes Groundhog Day. I wish I could change your mind. It's been a weird day today, hasn't it? Professor. Yes, yes, yes. He was invited to leave. Clark turned out to be a really good boy, just stubborn like a true beagle should be. Yes. On a forgotten trading terminal deep in the heart of the exchange, a single cryptic stock ticker blinked. KCTHU Elder Energy Core shares Infinity Vitality status put option exercised. The dog shows beagles do whatever they want to. Yes. And I can't remember which one. Not Westminster, our side. I can't remember the name of our side. If anybody's wondering, Westminster is the English Kennel Club. And then there's the one on our side, which I can't remember the name of. When the beagle won, everybody's like, ball, ball, ball. They do whatever they want, not at dog shows too. Oh, yes, they do. They list Cthulhu options in the in the Dow? Oh, if there was a company called Cthulhu, I would have stock in it. I would make sure it was public so I could have stock in it. Westminster show is in the NYC. Okay, then who's on the other side? I thought Westminster was England. I'm sorry. Then what's the English one? The Dow Zones. Oh my god. Greenwich. Is it Greenwich? On the other side?
Or like do something.
So Westminster is on our side, which I want to go. Oh my god, I want to just stay in New York when the dog show's on because they stay at certain hotels. Oh my god, it would be so much fun. It'd be so much fun to do a live from there. Going, look where I am. Tagline, the only thing more terrifying than ancient gods is compound interest. So is it the Greenwich on the other side then? It could be. I can't. You know, the one time I should be at home so I could look this up, and I can't. That is so funny. But yes, this is a wandering day today to talk about whatever we darn well feel like talking about. I'm just here to, poke. Hi guys, I'm poking. Am I bugging you? I hope I'm not. Oh. I was worried because I've been eating anything sugar. I finally got rid of the last of the Jolly Ranchers. And they should be a sponsor. I had one today because I had a spike on my way here. So I threw one in my purse because I knew better. Got as far as the garage. These are so good. Oh my god. I loved him. It's like a big Nutter Butter. Crufts. Okay, Crufts is in England. The Westminster is here. Just getting here. I hate my job sometimes. See new class. Oh, I'm sorry, Papa Cat, you had to work. Oh, well then you missed it. I want pizza for dinner. I want a personal pineapple, pepperoni, onion, and mushroom and garlic. All right, you like the fruit bars that CVS has? Ah, okay, Professor. We'll be here. Yes. No. I got these because of the sugar spikes, and I wanted to get something that wasn't like, bougie, and I've never had them. And Papa Cat even said, should I get rid of them because they're on the supposed expire date is 21 July, and I'm like, oh, it's not that, still. Am I pregnant? No. I got Haogao at Costco frozen dim. Ah, okay. Which of us do you mean? Fuzz, which one do you mean? So no, I finally took one with me because I'm like, okay, I'll try this. And took it with me because I knew I was going to have a sugar spike from all the Jolly Ranchers. I'm basically eating through all the sugar in the house. And because my compound isn't working well right now. And so brought it with me, and then was like, what the hell was it? What is it? I've never even had it. I thought they were literally individual peanut butter biscuits. Nope. They're a peanut butter sandwich, and it's like a big ass Nutter Butter. It is so funny. Cricket? Is Cricket pregnant? Did I miss something? And starting maternity hospital for dogs called Pregnant Paws. Oh my god. Oh, and Papa Cat, I did find out because we had a drive-by that the chat got to see that Doodles make good service dogs. So, whee! Still have to wait at least a year because of the boys. But since they started talking about the fact that oodles are getting dropped off at shelters, which means that in a year there'll still be oodles at the shelters. Oodles of oodles. Nobody introduced this lady to Chinese preserved fruit. Oh no. I got out of dehydrated fruit a long time ago, and then the brothers stayed when Papa Cat was out of town. Ooh, great skirt. Look at this skirt. That's neat. And then my brother brought over pineapple rings, and I've been history. I've been trying to recover the sugar since then. So that's been, what, a couple of months? How are the boys and girls getting along? Let's see. Yesterday, when I was talking about Poland to Papa Cat, everybody was in Papa Cat's office. Abby was sort of almost near the closet, and Dougie came up, and Dougie's the one who wants to like her because he's the one who's always been like trying to get near her, and she sort of growled, did not hiss, did not put her ears back, and we were both like, Birdie follows the boys around when she's awake. Does not seem to be happy every day as it goes, but last night Clinton almost played with her tail. Those two are the two that are going to be with each other, and Dougie and Abby are going to be the two that are together. And Dougie looks so prim and proper until he starts playing with his brother, and then they start rolling around and trying to chew on each other, which is hilarious. So, asking for a friend. There is no logic in the world right now, dude. Sorry, he was talking on the phone and he said the most logical thing. Mom's doodle is like having a couple of ponies in the house. Yes. But they come in so many different sizes right now because, unethical oodle breeders. That one was a big one. That one actually looked like a real doodle. And I've always wanted to have a standard poodle because I think they're adorable. My aunt had one and I loved her. She loved me. So right now, I know I'm going to like do more shorts of the boys. I haven't in the past couple of days, and I realized that because when they're playing on the daisy, it's freaking hilarious. Soon they will not fit. They both had growth spikes. And feeding them on Monday night, me, because usually Papa Cat feeds them, but he was at club, so I did it. It was bizarre. The boys got on the, and I gave them only dry food. That was the thing. I gave them dry food and wasn't going to even try wet food. They got on the counter and they're like tearing into it. I was like, oh my God. So I left them there with their bowls on the counter, gave the girls some food, came upstairs to give it to them in Papa Cat's office because it has to be completely blocked off. Gave the girls their food, hung out with them for a little while, and then realized, oh crap, I don't think I closed the container of the dry food. And so left them up there. They were both eating. You almost said Bretta? I wish you had said Bretta. Brother from another Udda. Oh, I call MLH cousin from another mother, or cousin from another mother. Same thing with Becky. It's like they're all my cousins from another mother. By current naming standards, cockapoos should be cockadoodles. Well, weren't cockapoos also because of Cocker Spaniel's like epilepsy problem? Unfortunately, a friend of mine did have a cockapoodle. I call them Joe Cockers. I'm sorry. Had one that had epilepsy, and it just tore my heart apart. So I thought that maybe cockapoos were because of that. So, hi Twyla, did I say hi? Cadre from another madre. Oh my God. But yeah, there are doodles all over the place, and people are realizing that they're not being bred correctly, and not only are they shedding now normally, but they also have, training issues. And it's like, people who get them because they're pretty don't want to put the time or effort or the money into training a oodle. So same thing with huskies. You can train every dog, but you have to train every dog correctly. So, but the fact that huskies do not belong in Florida, they belong in Alaska, or at least Minnesota. Did you say cockadoo? Oh my God, you guys. It's also, I almost went vertical by accident today because I started it up to see if the new microphone was going to work. So I started it up and I went, oh crap. And so I stopped it before the countdown ended because I'm like, I do not need a vertical today. I do not need people coming in here who have nothing to do with anything in here. I am not putting my mods through that today. So, cockadoo. Ah, it said a cockatoo. I did hear the parrots because it's not raining, guys, but we are hella cloudy. So, I did hear parrots when we first started, but nothing lately. So whoever was fooling around here decided to go. So it's also why I don't mind doing 3 instead of 2, because eventually we'll start getting the parrots again. And on the weekend at 4 o'clock. I don't do Mondays because Scooter does Mondays. I don't do Fridays because Florida does Fridays. But I do the weekends at 4 o'clock with Papa Cat because it's fun. Except for, I should know better, I'm never going to promise another antique fair day in my life. I live in Alameda. Once a month, Alameda has a flea market, but it's a vintage flea market, and it's called the Antique Fair. I did find out from from my native dad who abuses me. He has he's a vendor at the Antique Fair, and he's native, and he is from the Albuquerque area, where my father is from. He is not Pueblo, though. He saw that I was native, even as white as I am. He said, "What tribe?" And I said, "Pueblo." And he said, "Oh, you're legitimate." And it's taken from there. Joker from another degrader. Mod from another bod. Troll from another mole. It's making me laugh. Are you kidding? I want to laugh so hard today because after I'm done, I have to go back into the real world. And like I said, the real world is beyond drama right now. And it's the hardest part is trying to figure out a way to say it's not about left or right anymore. It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about humanity, because it really is about humanity now. The politics has been breached. It's about people now. It's funny, YouTube flag professor's comment. You're kidding. Oh, well, I was trying to on Nerd Report, because I actually went to Nerd Report was doing a live about the thing that happened, and I was trying to tell people to, and I'll say it now, 988, if you need help for what's going on in your head right now, you can call 988. These are professional clinicians in the United States. I'm not familiar with out of the United States. And it's not bad if you need help. It really isn't. Reach out, man. You don't need to be getting messed up in your head because of everything that's going on. So 988. I was trying to say this on Nerd Report, and it flagged me. It kept flagging me. I finally figured out a way to say it. How did I say it? I didn't include anything, and it's the way I'm censoring myself now. I didn't include anything with the M word with your head. Hello, officer.
Hello again.
How are you?
Hi.
Why are you out and about?
Investigating a crime.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have a good one. He's my policeman. I guess you can call him my policeman. I've seen him before. He swatted me once. I saw him earlier when I was like, God, I hope it's not about me. Oh, the Joker comment. Okay. So yeah, no, I think I did a super chat on it and put out there, I wrote out 988 and I said, if you need help or if you need someone, because needing someone right now is not a bad thing. There are too many things going on. You need somebody to talk to. My mods know they can talk to me if they need to. Because my brain goes into complete mama cat mode right now, which helps me in a weird way. Helping other people helps me, so I've always been that way. Maybe the D word means something bad. Yeah, you get to find out. Supposedly, Nerd Report said there was something about, or maybe it was Popcorn Planet. They're brothers, aren't they? They look so much alike. Or they've got to be related for real. They were talking about, though, that YouTube has put out some new age-restricted stuff, and it's really gotten crazy. Which is something I can deal with if I have to. Oh my God! Look. Hello, baby. It's so cute. You thought it was solid funny yourself? Flag test. Yeah, see, that's what you have to do. Oh, it flagged that too? Ooh, how about D-Raider? Yeah, no, there have been some new and exciting restrictions going on in the YT world. So, yeah, even with me doing it as a super chat, I still had to change it around.
Like, there's a few.
Because nobody was talking about it. It was right after it got official. And I was like, this needs to be out and about so people can see this. So I made it very slightly generic, but it got out there. And one of his mods actually reposted a link to use. Fuzz, if you can find a link for that, please. For a 988 type thing. Because, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and people are going to be completely overwhelmed by what's going on. This is where the mama cat from me came from, and this is why I'm here instead of hiding, because right now other people's brains are more important right now, and this is what heals my brain, is helping people get through things. Hi, Heather. You guys are funny today. CBF, thanks for saying all that. I just hate assassination because it harms everyone mentally. No politics. All the words I'm not allowed to say, Heather. You got it. You know what? Thank you. I'm glad it's helping. Because, there have been politics. There have been everything. And it's been funny. It's just been what everybody and me have going through our heads right now. Because nobody knows what to think right now. It's really hard. Some platforms won't let me write Dick Cavett. Really? Wow. In a weird way, that's some weird censorship right there. Thanks, Fuzz. Thank you. Want to talk about it? Yes. I think I gave Becky a super chat for it too. For me, it's a great way to spend money, is be able to make that stick out, because comments are going by so fast. I even went on the it was the guy who does the 100 debate team thing, that the I Had It girls, I can't remember his name. I wanted to make notes, but I knew if I made notes, I would just spiral into the one note I was making. So that's why it's like, it's the me here going on. I wanted it to go on there because, his chats were just flying by. And it was something called slowing me down. And I didn't realize that meant that I wasn't going to get through. So that's why I did a super chat there. And that super chat had to be revised 4 times before I could post it. And I did a $20 super chat because it stays there, and people will go read the super chat because they're in, they want to know what's that for. And so I did that. Someone's adjusting the curtain. I'm not paying attention, guys. I am not against anybody right now. I'm just showing the front of a door. Sorry, I was thinking, because I have the toiletries. I was trying to think of where to leave them. Might be under the scaffolding tomorrow. It's 3 o'clock, guys. If anybody who's listening who can tell other people I have toiletries I'm going to leave in a bag that will not have anything bad in it, because I don't do bad things, especially now. It's like everybody needs to show their humanity now. For real, because that is what is the most important thing right now, is to show that being compassionate is not a sin that somebody did post. What the hell's wrong with people? I'm also not allowed to write to Dick Cavett anymore. I wonder why, Cricket. That's funny. But I got toiletries a couple of weeks ago, or God, even a month ago now, coming up with the idea of putting it like in a gift basket at Postscript, but there were way too many higher ups at Postscript. So I was like, what am I going to do now? Well, I've got they're travel size. I've got them. I don't use any of those. I might use one of them. Actually, or a couple of them that I'd use, but I want to keep to what I bought them for. So I'm going to put them in a bag at the back door. Luckily, if I'm lucky, they do. If not, then homeless people do. Either way, it'll work. Caca doo-doo from another poo-poo asking for her friend. Hello, circled. This has helped immensely, guys, to get me on my road to we need to get things taken care of and people need to be taken care of, and this is what I do. I'm going to say goodbye because the BFFs will wait. See you all soon. Oops, it's my hour. I'm sticking to an hour too, guys. So everybody have a good night. Please watch things. Don't focus on all of this all night long. Because I know you can't say just walk away. It doesn't work that way. If you're interested, you will. But you know what? Do it for 20 minutes at a time. Think of it as a workout. You're welcome, Doph. Everybody has my hot heart. That's for sure. But yeah, think of it as a workout. Do it for 20 minutes, maybe a couple hours. Think of it as training, but don't stay on it. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for your brain. It's not healthy because you'll have nightmares. And you need to sleep. And you need to have a restful sleep because that makes your brain work. It's one of the weird things that I try to keep, hi Bob, try to keep in my brain is a restful sleep. Thank you, Circled. Ms. Catoni says good night too. Hi and bye, Bob. You've missed it. You might want to rewatch though. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be here. Unless they close the bridge, I will be here. So there may be other things going on during the day, cat videos, weird things, who knows. But this is my 1 hour to be here and hanging out. I got miffed when Don Lemon had to come off because I was watching him today. He makes a lot of room for his advertiser, but he wasn't doing advertising, so he left. And now I understand why, because you have to. It's for your own sake. So here is my favorite building in the whole wide world. Like, subscribe, become a member, save the rest of your money in cash, in a box somewhere nobody else can find it, so that means not in your own house. Because you may need to pay $8 for a roll of toilet paper. I'm out of here, guys. Everybody take care. Ciao, Bellas.